Hello, hello. How is everybody doing? Hey, Hayden. So as I'm sure you guys have probably noticed already, we're down a camera again. Hey, Moose Socks. Hey, Westside. A few minutes. Just trying to do something real quick. So how's everybody? Do anything for Memorial Day? I attempted to do a stream that didn't happen. Hey, Rhonda. Hey, mean one. Yeah, so for anybody who missed it, nice. For anybody who missed it, I tried I tried to do part 1 of the consignment sale on Thursday. Ran into a bunch of technical issues. One of which being we had a camera die again. So I had to go back to using the old scope that creates the conflict with the scope or the camera that's normally looking at me. So we're back to not being able to have that camera right now. And then issues with the computer itself, and then apparently there's an issue going on on YouTube right now that's been happening for about a month, where people are having the issue of not being able to rename streams, and they're having to use like workarounds and stuff to rename streams so that each of their streams has, you know, a different title. And I'm one of the people that's been affecting, so you know, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes you have to close a tab, sometimes you have to restart the whole browser. It's a pain in the butt. So, of course, Thursday didn't work out, and then so I rescheduled it for Saturday, forgetting about Memorial Day weekend. So Saturday only ended up with 3 people on. So I decided, since I was reminded that it's Memorial Day weekend and there was only 3 people on, I decided that I'm just gonna reschedule it for this coming Thursday. So that's why it has not happened yet. So for anybody who already did stuff in pre-purchase for the consignment sale, that is coming this Thursday. Pre-sales are still open for that sale, so if you're on the mailing list, you can still find that list and grab stuff off of it. Barely any pre-sales on this particular list for tonight. We only sold 6 items in pre-sale, which is surprising. But yeah, so that sale is coming this week. Of course, also because of all that craziness, the weekly loots giveaway still has not happened. Because, of course, with everything going on, I also was not able to do the Cheapskate Coin Talk stream that I wanted to do over the weekend. So, since we're getting towards the end of the month and I haven't done it yet, I think what I'm going to do is at the beginning of next month, I'm just going to do a bigger giveaway that'll cover both months. And I'll pick like 5 names. Make the prizes a little bit better. That kind of thing. So that way it's covered and we're caught up and all of that's dealt with. I think that's what's going to happen. I know you got 0 of them. The last time that you got something hidden was April 9th. You're too busy buying your multi-$1,000 coins from your other peeps to fill up your collection. Ooh, check out what's finally in our neck of the woods. $2024 quarters. This is the Dr. Paulie Murray quarter. Yeah, we got 4 of them. One went in our collection, of course, and then left 3 left. How did you get a 1951 Trime? It was a typo, and it was supposed to say 1851. That would be my guess. All right, so that's what's going on with all that. And then, of course, once I get these things figured out, then the next episode of Cheapskate Coin Talk is on the way. I will get to it. I apologize for the delay on it. I really, really need to replace this computer. I just need the money to do it. The computer I'm looking at replacing this thing with is like $1,400, top of the line. But we got to get money to pick back up again before we can actually get it. So help us out. Buy lots of stuff. Tell lots of people. Get lots of people up in here. Get lots of stuff sold. Help us get this stupid computer replaced so we quit having technical issues. Alright. For anybody new, payments made via PayPal. Use cheapskatecoins@gmail.com and use goods and services only, please. We also have Cash App using the same email. cheapskatecoins@gmail.com. If you use Cash App, it will say Louis Cachera. That's me. You are in the right place. Shipping is $6 to $23. $6 being a little purple bubble mailer, $23 being a large flat rate box. If you want your package sent registered, there's a $35 charge on top of that. Is the only way you can insure coins through all the way through the mail. If you want your package held, we do hold packages so you can maximize your shipping and fill your packages up. Just say, hold my package, and send us an email and let us know. That way, in case we miss it. Not that anybody ever actually sends an email, but we always suggest that you send an email and make sure that we remember that your package is being held. If you're new, you can't get stuff tonight. You just have to send us an email by the end of the night. Again, cheapskatecoins@gmail.com. Your email has to have your personal info, shipping info, your channel name, which payment method you're going to use, and what email you use for that payment method for invoicing purposes. If we do not get that email, you will not get anything, and we never ship without payment. Always make sure that you look down in our description for all the rest of our policies. We do not ship international. Here is our Facebook link. Tonight's lot list is on there. It is the top post. So if you're on Facebook, go give us a follow. We also have a mailing list. If you want to be on the mailing list, send us an email, cheapskatecoins@gmail.com, and say, add me to the mailing list. If you're on the mailing list, you will get the lot list a few days before every sale. And you have the ability to pre-purchase items as soon as you get that email. Just remember, it is first come, first serve, just like our sales. So if you want something, don't wait, jump on it. We do not invoice for pre-purchases right away anymore. We now wait until after the stream, like tonight. And then after the sale, we will invoice for everything. And speaking of that, that's why anybody who's done pre-purchases on the consignment sale have not been charged yet. Is because the stream hasn't happened yet. So this Thursday after the stream, everybody who did pre-purchases, you will get your invoices for those. So if you've been wondering, I've gotten a couple of emails asking about it. If you've been wondering, yes, the items you got in pre-purchase are still, they're going to be yours. I just haven't done the stream yet. I've already notified the owner it's happening a week late. He's fine with it. All is well as far as that goes. So again, that'll be this Thursday. Same starting time, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 Eastern. 7 Central, 6 Mountain. All right, let's get this thing going. Lots to get to. All right, we are kicking off, as always, with banknotes. World banknotes. Kicking off with the 1944 5 million drachma from Greece. Going for $3. Who wants to be an instant millionaire? In, 1944 Greece. It's a good example for anybody who likes that inflation money. It's called hyperinflation. It is a bit dinged up, as you can tell. This thing, like, even in an EF, if it was like real, in legit EF condition, would be like a $20 banknote. Why is my camera tilted? It's making it look weird. There we go. That's better. Anybody? All right, moving on. Next up, hey MJ, is 1940 to 48, 10 shillings from England. This one's going for $7. Where's my banknote folks at? All right, moving on. To the 1943 2.5 gulden Netherlands East Indies. Over $5. Made by the American Banknote Company. So apparently we made these for them. All right, moving on. All right, Japanese Philippines one went in pre-sale. That's the only banknote that went in pre-sale. So next up is the 1909 5 rubles from Russia. This would be the Tsar era. Going for $10. This would have been heading into when the Romanovs, when their whole family got assassinated, ending the era of the Tsars. All right, moving on. To 1908 100 marks, Germany. Over $6. And no love for the banknotes tonight. Oh, this, by the way, would be a green seal version. There's a green and a red. The red, the serial number ink would also be red. This is one of those that has both types. All right, moving on. To the 1910 100 marks from Germany, going for $6. $8 on the rest. Yeah, I can do 8 on it. 5 ruble going to Aaron for 8. Gratzer. All right, last call on this one. 1910 100 mark from Germany. All right, moving on. Next up, 1922 10 Kronen, or Kroner, from Austria, uncirculated, going for $10. All right. And then we've also got from the same year the 1922 100 Kronen uncirculated. If anybody wants both to keep them as a set for the year, I'll do both for 16. Saves you $4 if you get both. So the 10 and the 100, both uncirculated. Anybody? Moving on. And last banknote. 1918 10,000 Kronen from Austria. It's a larger banknote. A lot going on it too. So we go for $7. The sleeve that it's in actually started out as one of the sleeves for vinyl records that got cut down to put the banknote in. And going to Aaron Gratzer. Because that's the only thing we had big enough. Still not the biggest banknotes we get. That's still the those giant Russia ones. All right. Anybody decide you want any of those other notes? Let me know. All right. We do have a couple of items for like token and medallion type stuff. And bit of a rarity. One of them is actually a Rick Snow special. It's in his holder. So this is from LA Stamp Coca-Cola Army and Navy free bottle token. Of course, anybody who knows, you know, anything old from like Coke or Hershey or any of that kind of stuff is always worth money. Always has a collector base that loves getting a hold of this stuff. It's got the old original style glass bottle on the back. Anybody? Heck yeah, it's an awesome piece of history. Somebody should definitely grab it. I can't do 12 on it hidden. Lowest I'd be able to do would be 14. At 12, I would lose money. Going to hidden for $14. Gratzer. All right, next up. All right, so this is one of those 3/9 fine silver casino tokens. Normally I have the $10 ones, the big limited edition $10 ones. This is actually the $7. Same amount of silver, it just doesn't have the big thing around the outside. 3/9 fine silver, 0.65 ounce. Flamingo Hotel $7 game token going for $20. If silver keeps up the way it's been going, it's not going to be long before 20 bucks for this thing is going to be below melt. Considering silver right now is what, like 32 bucks? 32 and change? Let me have a peek real quick. Yeah, 32.05. So let's see. 32.05 times 0.65. Oh, it's already below melt from when I labeled it originally. Melt on this thing right now is $20.83. So if somebody buys this right now, you're buying it below melt by 83 cents. And going to Aaron. Gratzer. Piece of silver for you below melt. All right, and then the last item like these is a medallion. And it is a Native American Journey Great Spirit medallion. I think it's a very cool medallion. I like it. That's an awesome design. That's something that's too bad Ramon hasn't been around much lately, because this is the kind of thing that he would love. And going to Doug. Grats, Doug. All right, next up, got a few coins. These are world coins that are non-silver, but still are some good coins with some value to them. First one from my favorite country, other than of course U.S. coins. This one is from Egypt. 1975 10 pastries. This is the UN Food and Agriculture Organization commemorative coin. It is BU. The only reason it's not in my collection is because we already have it. Going for $2. So very cool Egypt commemorative coin. Anybody? All right. Moving on to a 1928 halfpenny from Britain in VF, going for $2. I have never come across a British album, dude. That's why I keep telling people, just get yourself some 3-ring binders and some of the 2x2 pages. Egypt is going to Hidden. Kratzer. That's how you do it. Just get some 3-ring binders. You can pick them up at like most thrift shops for $1. They're inconspicuous. You want them inconspicuous. That way if somebody breaks in, they don't bother with it. Alright, moving on. Next up is 1960 halfpenny from Britain. It is a BU red. NGC list on this coin is $20. I'm doing it for 10. Anybody? Alright, moving on. To the 1966 halfpenny AU. Going for $3. Yeah, I do. I really like the reverse on those. I like that ship design. All right, moving on. And last of these is a 1913 large penny EF with a die clash on the reverse. And it's so strong, even without the scope, you can see it. Right there. It's like the entire imprint of his head is on this thing, on the reverse. Tell you what, anybody wants all 4 of the Britons? I'll do it for $15 for all 4. It saves you $5. And Aaron's taking that deal. Gratzer. Alright, so that drops the $10 one to 5. That drops this one to 5. Alright, that makes 15. Alright. Silver time. I know you do. I got something coming up soon that you're going to love, Aaron. It's, where is it? I don't remember if it was in the consignment sale or in the... Hang on, give me a sec. Sorry, give me 1 sec. Quick pause. I just remembered it, so now I want to find it so I can show it to Aaron. Because when I saw it, he was, of course, the first person I thought of. Again, apologies for the delay. That's not it. I should only be 1 more second. I'm sure you guys are probably like, bro, you're holding up the whole thing. What the heck? Alright, I'm not finding it right now. So when I come across it, Aaron, I'll just send you pictures of it. It is awesome. So, all right. All right, kicking off the World Silver tonight is Mexico. Starting off with a 1961 peso. 10% silver, EF, $4. You sent a letter to yourself? Interesting. I wonder what the melt on these is right now. See, 1961 peso. Mexico. $1.65 just in melt on these right now. Hey, you gotta make sure to go through that stuff from time to time. Alright, moving on to the 1961 in VF for 3. And then we also got an EF version of that one for 4. It's right here. So $4, $3. All right, moving on. And then 62 is the same way. We have a VF for $3 and an EF for $4. That's the $3 one. This is the $4 one. All right, moving on. If anybody decide you want those, let me know. All right, next up, we got one coin from Cuba. And if anybody buys this, it will not say Cuba on your invoice. It will just... It'll just say 20 centavos. 1920, 20 centavos. 90% silver, extremely fine. $10. Oops, sorry, 10 centavos. That was a typo on the list. 1920, 10 centavo. Let me fix that. List typo. There we go. Now it's corrected. Let me get rid of the wrong one. Anybody? All right, moving on. Next up is Canada. First one up, we have two available. These are 1967 proofs. They do have some toning on them. That one's got way more toning. This one just has it around the rim. $5 each. These cameras never want to make it out, but the back of this coin is basically purple. Anybody? All right, moving on. All right, next up, we've got 3 of these available. These are 1943 25 cents. We have one in a fine for $4, and then we have 2 of them that are VFs for $5. So this is the $4 one, the fine. There's 80% silver on these. And then here are the 2 VFs. These are the $5 ones. Anybody? All right, moving on. All right, next one, we have 2 available. These are 1951s. We have a VF at $8. And then an EF toned at 12. So that's the VF. That's the $8 one. That one's still got a little bit of toning on it. And here's the EF. This is the $12 one. Yeah, I can do 7 on the VF. VF going to Doug for 7. Hey, Chef. Been both 43s. If you're talking about the 25 cents Canadas, there was 3 of them. a fine, and 2 VFs. And then Cuba going to chef. $22. Yeah, I can do that. So it just makes all 3 of the quarters $4 each. Yeah, I can do that. You got it, chef. All right, that was that one, and that one, and the Cuba. I'm doing good. Angela's laid up with the flu right now. She's had it for a couple of days now. All right, and we're moving on that one. All right, next up. $19.42, 50-cent. 80% silver EF, $10. Which nowadays probably is not far off from melt on these things. Let's see real quick. 1942, 50-cent Canada. Current melt value $9.60. So this coin is going for 40 cents over melt. And going to chef. Gratzer. All right, and then next up we got 2 of these available, which of course now we know are $2.40 over melt. These are 1943s. They are both VFs at $12 each. Anybody? Well, happy birthday a day early. Hey, Bo. Tell you what, anybody wants both, I'll do both for $22. Saves you $2. Makes them $11 each. And Trent's taking that deal. How you been, Trent? I haven't seen you around in a while. Trent. Where is the card? Need the card. No. There it is. Oh. All right. Next up. $19.51. This is an uncirculated, but it's cleaned. So I have it priced as an AU at $12. Anybody? Actually, you know what? Screw it. I'll do it. $10. It's another one, 40 cents over melt. And going to Doug. Doug got in there just before Chef by a hair. Congrats, Doug. All right, last coin from Canada for tonight. $19.74 Canadian proof dollar. 50% silver proof, $15. I'd love it if a bunch of the old folks from back in the day would start coming back again. That'd be great. Along with getting new people, that'd be awesome. The current melt on this one . Come on. Wake up, computer. Current melt on this coin is $12.02. And going to Doug. Congrats, sir. By the way, anybody coming in late, all of the Mexico is still available. All of those, the 1 pesos. So if anybody was wanting any of those. All right. Next up, Syria went in pre-sale. So we're going to Germany. The first one on the Germany list went in pre-sale, that 1935. So we are kicking off Germany. Hang on. Forgot to put my other Canadas away that didn't sell. Let me get those out of the way. All right. Kicking off is the 1963F 5 marks. 62.5% silver BU. NGC list on this coin is $75. I'm doing it for 45. Ooh. And it is nuking the camera. Yeah, this thing is shiny. I've been to big flips before. It's just been a while. I used to be a lot more active in the community, and then I just ran out of time and got out of the loop of being at any of their streams. But I used to be big into the coin community. Anybody? Last call on this one. Like back when we used to do the weekend coin seminars, I used to help organize those. All right, moving on. To the 1966 F 5 marks. 62.5% silver, Jim BU, $30. Anybody? Well, I'm glad you guys are out there telling folks about us. It's always a good thing. Yeah, if you're going to do that, usually the best way to do it is like email them, or if you have them on another social media, let them know that way. You rock your hat daily. By the way, if anybody wants one of our hats, we still have some. They're $15 each. We still have like 5 of them or something like that. All right, moving on. The last of Germany, 1975 5 marks, Albert Schweitzer. Jim BU proof like, $12. Anybody? So anyway, anybody wants all three of those beautiful coins? I will do all three. 78 bucks. That saves you $9. Anybody? Keeping in mind, just that 63 lists for 75 bucks. So just that one alone, right there, that's a $75 coin. So that's all three, 78 bucks. That is a heck of a deal. All right, moving on. I guess nobody wanted that insane deal. All right, next up, moving to France. Kicking off France with an oldie. 1866 20 centimes. 83.5% silver in fine, $8. Anybody? God, it's so weird. Not pulsates like that. All right, moving on. Next up is 1905 2 francs. 83.5% silver in fine, dark toned. $8. Anybody? All right, moving on to the 1909. VF toned. Going for 12. Anybody? Trent is taking the 1905. Gratzer. I have not. Was I supposed to? Was I supposed to send your package last week and I messed up? Oh, that's my bad, dude. I will make sure you get it. It gets out this week. I'll make a note right now. I apologize about that, man. All right, moving on. All right, last one from France. $19.65 francs. AU $14. Well, I can tell you the only two banknotes that sold, Bo, are the Japanese Philippines and the Russia. So if any of those other banknotes or banknotes you don't have, those are all still available. Any takers? Right? And of course, because she's sick, I'm on all the house duties, so there's that as well. All right, moving on. All right, next up, we have one coin from Greece. It is a 1964 30 drachma, 83.5 silver, BU $16. Look familiar. I wish I could keep this one. I like this coin. This thing is awesome. moving on. Next up, going to Switzerland. Kicking off Switzerland is the 1920 half franc. 83.5 silver, AU, $8. Ah, all right. Scope. There we go. Now you can see it. And this one's going to Aaron. Gratzer. Where'd your card go? There it is. Doug got the last one. He never said Ben on it. Doug, did you get the Greek one and I missed it? Oh, okay. You're talking about a different show. I just want to make sure I wasn't missing something. All right. Next up, 1950 half franc. This one's an EF for $4. Really? He didn't have a single one? That's surprising. Going for $4. Anybody? All right, moving on. And the last one from Switzerland is the 1939 5 francs. And a VF for 15. Yeah, that definitely surprised me because I could have swore you gotten them from us before. But apparently not. Apparently I was wrong. All right, moving on. If you decide you want those, let me know. All right, next up, we are going to Britain for a couple of coins, including an oldie. 1893, 3 pence. 925 sterling silver VF. Believe it or not, even at a VF, this is only a $6, going for $6. Oh, 5 francs going to Moose Socks. You got it, sir. Five franc. Here's a better look at this one. 1893 dark toned VF. Going for $6. Alright, moving on. Yeah, we had to switch. The other camera died, and we ended up having to switch back to this one. This is the one that gave the conflict with the camera that looks at me, so that's why that camera is not there anymore, because now I'm back to having to use this one. So I am never buying that camera again, that's for sure. Next up, 1916 3 pence AU. 925 sterling, $8. Of course, this is that old scope that this is as far zoomed out as it can go. So at 3 pence, doesn't even fully fit in the frame. Alright, moving on. Last one from Britain is 1923 half crown. 50% silver, VG, $10. That's another one that might be close to melt given current silver prices. Oh, let's see. 1923 half crown. Current melt on this coin, $7.28. Anybody? All right, moving on. Next up, we got one coin from Japan. 1959, 100 yen. 60% silver, AU, $5. Yeah, Cindy hasn't been been around in a while. Same with Richard. I haven't seen Richard in a while either. All right, moving on. To the 1948 1/10 Gulden from Curacao. 64% silver, fine, $4. Wait, Cindy has a girlfriend? When did that happen? What's her husband think of that? Alright, moving on. Then also from Curacao. 1944, 1 Gulden. 72% silver, VF, $12. Alright, moving on. Alright, next two are from New Zealand. First one is 1933, 3 pence. 50% silver EF, $9. Another place that's definitely on my bucket list I'd like to go someday. I'd love to see New Zealand in person. I'd also love to see Antarctica in person, and you know, that's the very next landmass over from New Zealand. Who knows, maybe someday I'll have enough money I can do both at the same time. Probably not, but I can hope. Alright, moving on. To the 1934 shilling from New Zealand. 40% silver, VG. Over $6. Alright, moving on. Alright, the 1904 5 centésimos from Panama went in pre-sale. So the final world silver coin of the night is the 1953 1/10 Balboa. 90% silver, BU, $12. That is a gorgeous coin. It's always good. Glad you finally found one. All right, moving on to American coins. All right, I have got to use the restroom real quick, so give me a couple of minutes. I will be right back. All right, sorry about that. Never fails. Anytime I have to go to the bathroom, it equates to losing like 5 viewers. All right, American. We're kicking off tonight with some graded nickels. These are all graded by PCGS. Kicking off with the 1984 Philly Mint State 64, $10. These are all less than the price that it would cost to actually get them graded. By the way, just a reminder again to everybody, the part one of that big consignment sale got moved to this Thursday. So if you guys are available, come and hang out and check it out. There's some really good stuff in that sale. If you guys have seen the list, you know there's some really good stuff in that sale. All right, moving on. To 1986 Denver Mint State 64. Go for $10. All right, moving on. All right, and the next two, these are really what you're looking for when you grab nickels. $1988 Philadelphia Mint State 65 full steps. Over $25. All right, moving on. And the last one, 1993 Philadelphia Mint State 65 full steps. All right, here's one of my big deals of the night. If anybody wants all four, I'll do all four of them for $46. That saves you $24. That drops each of the full steps coins down to 15 bucks and each of the others down to 8 bucks. To everybody who is on my mailing list, they got the lot list for the consignment sale, and then it's also up on my Facebook page. Which here is the link to my Facebook. Yeah, if you want to get on the mailing list, shoot me an email and ask me to add you to the mailing list. And also, to get anything, you need to shoot me an email that has your personal info, shipping info, channel name, if you're going to use PayPal or Cash App to pay with, and what email you use for that payment method, so that I can invoice you. If we don't get that email, you will not get anything. And we do not ship without payment. All right, nobody on that deal. 46 bucks for all four. Man, I'm trying to practically give these things away and nobody wants them. All right, moving on. Maybe that's what I'll do with them. Maybe I'll just use them for one of the giveaways. All right. Next up, quotas. Kicking off with quarters is 1959 plain date BU, 8 bucks. 90% silver. Anybody? Going to mean one, Gratzer. All right, next up. Is 1961 Denver. B for 8 bucks. All right, moving on to the 1964 Denver. B for 8 bucks. And then we've also got the plain date. And if anybody wants both as a year set, I'll do it for 14 bucks for both. Saves you $2. Alright, moving on. Anybody decides you want those, let me know. Alright, next up, got some state quarters. These are the silver proofs. Got 2000 Maryland, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Virginia, and South Carolina. And I'll give you guys the best deal for this week. Or 45 bucks for the year. Saves you 15 bucks if you buy the whole year. Drops them to 9 bucks each. There's your Maryland, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Virginia, and South Carolina. Ooh. And again, all 90% silver proofs. 12 bucks individually or 45 for the whole year. And MJ is taking that deal. Congrats, sir. That makes it 9, 9, 9, 9, and 9. Alrighty. Alright, next up is the Hoopty year. (2012) Denali, Hawaii volcanoes, Chaco culture, El Yunque, Acadia, and I'm going to give you the best deal I have been able to offer for quite some time on a 2012 set. $60 for the year. That drops them down to $12 a piece if you get the whole set. So it saves you $30. And MJ's taking that deal. Grats, sir. I realize on this one I'm going to have to do it in a new holder because the plastic is popping. So that one's going to have to get shifted to a new 2x2. All right. Switching to $12 a piece for the deal. All right. And then the last for the quarters. $2016s. Got Shawnee. Cumberland Gap. Theodore Roosevelt. Harper's Ferry. And Fort Moultrie. And best, I'm going to give you the best deal I can for this one as well. Or $55 for the set. Saves you $15. That drops into $11 each. And MJ's taking that deal. You must feel like filling up rolls or with these things or something. You get a lot of these. Or you just really like them. All right, $11 each. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right. All right, the Franklins went in pre-sale, so we are on to the Kennedys, which we have 2 available. They're the same coin. 2006. 90% silver, proof decams, $15 each. Anybody? If anybody wants both, I'll do both for 26. Drops them to $13 each. Saves you $4. moving on. All right, next up, I gotta move my camera for this one. This is a bigger item. Ugh. This is 1883 plain date Morgan dollar and 29-cent Geronimo stamp BU for 70 bucks. And it's in this cool display. And the stamp is on the back of the display in a little holding case. Come on, focus. There we go. $70. It's basically you're paying for the coin and getting the stamp for free. Anybody? It's actually surprising. I thought sure somebody would want that. All right, moving on. All right, 1884 went in pre-sale. So next up, I haven't had some of these in for a bit. These are some presidential proof dollars. So the 2007s, I have 2 of each. So you got George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, James Madison, and Andrew Jackson. Whoops, that's the wrong one. That was an 8. Who'd I miss? George Washington. Oh, John Adams. That was the one I missed. Okay. Ignore the Andrew Jackson for right this second. So, there are your 07s. $4 individually. Or $12 for a set. Saves you $4. Makes them $3 each. And again, I can do 2 sets of the 07s. Here's your John Adams. Here's your George Washington. Thomas Jefferson. And James Madison. Anybody? And again, I can do 2 sets of each. Or 2 of the sets for the deal. Wow, nobody. Usually when I do that deal, these things go right away. Alright, moving on. I don't think people actually realize the value of these coins. I think a lot of people just see them as being throwaway coins. Whereas the list value of each one of those is around like 20 bucks. And that's at a standard, like a per 69, which is what most of them get. It's like 15, 20 bucks, somewhere in there. All right, then we've also got the 08s. Andrew Jackson. James Monroe. John Quincy Adams. And Martin Van Buren. And again, we're 12 bucks for the set. Saves you 12 bucks. Or no, saves you 4 bucks. Sorry. Yay, math. Tell you what, anybody wants all of them? It's all 3 sets. I'll give you the best deal I've ever done on these. All 3 sets for 30 bucks. That drops them to $2.50 per coin. So that's what, 2.5 times face value. Man, that's how you know nobody likes the presidentials. You're selling them for 2.5 times face and nobody wants them for the proofs. All right. Oh, MJ just came in late for that deal. You got it, MJ. You're getting all of them. Give me a second. I gotta switch all these. All right. All right, recap. All right, banknotes. All right, the Greece, the England, Netherlands, East Indies, both Germanys, and the 2 1922 Austrias are still available. I did the deal on the 1922 Austrias. If you got both of them, I do it for 16 bucks, which saved you $4. That's the 2 uncirculated 1922s. Did anybody want to see those again? All right, all the Mexico 1 pesos are still available. 1960, both 61s and both 62s. Those are the 10 percenters. Anybody about on those? And if anybody wanted to know bundle deals on anything, don't feel free to ask. All right, Canada. The two-tone 67 proofs, the 10 cent, are both still available. The 1951 25 cent is still available. And that's it. Anybody on the Canadas? All right, Germany. So all three of the BU 5 marks are still available. I did offer a bundle deal if anybody wanted all 3 of them of $75 for all 3. Which knocked $12 off the top. All right, France. The 1909 2 francs. The 1965 francs. And the 1866 20 centimes are all still available. Did anybody want to see any of those again? All right. Britain, all 3 are still available. That's the 1893 3 pence, the 1916 3 pence, and the 1923 half crown. Anybody on those? All right, 1959 100 yen Japan is still available. Anybody want to see that one again? As well as both Curacao coins, both the New Zealand coins, and the 1953 1/10 Balboa. That's everything available for the World Silver. All right. Jefferson nickels, all 4 of the graded Jefferson nickels are still available. I did the big bundle deal on it. Those are the PCGS graded ones. 2 of them are full steps. 2 of them are Remnant Stake 64s. Anybody on those? By the way, the bundle deal I did on those, if anybody was wondering, was if you get all 4, it was $46. So $70 normal price. That knocks, what, $24 off the top. So almost the amount of money you would spend just to submit one of those for grading. Actually, that'd be right about the full price for the shipping and the insurance and everything for one of them. All right, Washington quarters, the 1961, 64 Denver, and 64 Philadelphia are still available. And I did a deal if anybody wanted both the 64s, so you have the Denver and the Philly. Both BUs, I do it for $14, which saved $2. So anybody on those? All right, both the 2006 Kennedys are still available. The silver proofs. $15 each, or I said I'd do a deal if anybody wanted both. I'd make them $28 for both. So it saves you $2. Or no, I said $26 for both. So it made them $13 each, so you save $4. Anybody? And then the Morgan dollar, the 1883 with the Geronimo stamp. Last call on everything. Well, I'm going to assume since nobody's talking that nobody wants any of that. And nobody wants any bundle deals. Hell, if anybody's daring, I'll give you a bundle deal for everything. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here then. Everybody have a great night. As always, give me a bit to get the invoices out. Bo, if you're still on, I apologize again. I will make sure your package gets out this week. If you're planning on being at the consignment sale, Bo, let me know if you want me to wait to ship it until after that sale, or if you get anything at that sale, if you just want it to be a new package? And if I don't hear from you, then your package will probably go out on Thursday, so it'll go out on the day of that sale. So, all right, hopefully I'll see you guys all on Thursday. Everybody try and bring a friend. Let's see if we can clear out a lot of that stuff in that consignment sale. Yeah, Saturday's fun. You have 7 days from the sale to pay. That's the limit, so unless you make arrangements with us first. Yes, consignment sales are going to be their own invoices because I have to keep it separate. Because I don't own that stuff. I have to give the money for that stuff to the owner. So I have to know when the payments come in, how much, you know, what goes to what, basically. I have to know all the breakdown of the PayPal fees, all of that stuff. I have to know all of that to keep track of it, so they will be separate invoices. All right, take it easy, guys.